Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. We are a few days away from the presidential election over in the US, and it is starting to heat up. It is quite the show at the moment, and you're starting to see a lot of desperation from Kamala Harris and the Democrats and the mainstream media because they know that they're going to lose. They know that it's the gig is up. You've got J-Lo endorsing and actually campaigning for Kamala Harris. And I say, release the Diddy tapes, man. Release those damn tapes already, because I think a lot of the people that are supporting Kamala Harris, they've got something on them 100%. Diddy was just like the crazy king-like personality that controlled a lot of people. And, mate, the dirt that he would have had on so many celebrities is insane, because there's so many people that actually went to the Diddy party. And like LeBron James says, there's no party like a Diddy party, man. And I think he's actually regretting saying such a thing right now, right? So at the moment, Kamala Harris and the mainstream media are so desperate, in fact, that they are twisting more so than usual. They're twisting a lot of the things that Trump says now. And that includes something recently that Trump said to Tucker Carlson, and it has to do with Liz Cheney. And believe this, Liz Cheney is the daughter of Dick Cheney, the warlord or the warmonger that sent people to Iraq for no reason whatsoever. And no one likes him. And no one likes his daughter either, Liz Cheney, because she's also a war hawk, according to Donald Trump. Now, Liz Cheney, in recent times, guess who she supported and endorsed? She supported and endorsed, you guessed it, Kamala Harris. And all the Republicans are going, oh, we don't care. You can have her. You can have the war hawk by all means. She's not a good person. Now, Trump said this to Tucker Carlson, and the mainstream media went nuts. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, and we will get to all the lying points. Literally, the whole thing is a lie, but we'll get to the lying points bit by bit after this.
4 days out from Election Day, and former President Donald Trump is escalating his violent rhetoric, suggesting one of his most prominent critics, the former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, should be fired upon.
She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face. You know, they're all war hawks when they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops right into the mouth of the enemy.
Let's see how she feels when the guns are trained on her face. Let's sit with that for a moment. Of course, violent rhetoric, it's not new for Trump. But this stark imagery represents an escalation at a tense moment when the country is on edge heading into Tuesday, with 7 in 10 Americans saying they feel anxious or frustrated about the election, according to a new AP poll. And it comes after Trump has raised the specter of using the U.S. military on Americans he calls the enemy within.
I think the bigger problem is the enemy from within, not even the people that have come in and destroying our country. By the way, totally destroying our country. The towns, the villages, they're being inundated. But I don't think they're the problem in terms of Election Day. I think the bigger problem are the people from within. We have some very bad people. We have some sick people, radical left lunatics. It should be very easily handled by, if necessary, by National Guard, or if really necessary, by the military.
Yeah, so the first bit you guys need to know is this violent rhetoric statement from CNN, Crisis News Network. This particular journalist, Cassie Hunt, goes, Donald Trump is stirring up a lot of violent rhetoric at the moment, and 4 days away from the election, he's doing just that. He's talking about the enemy from within. We need to destroy that. We need to dismantle that. And the enemy from within, he's talking about the actual corrupt people like Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and you need to drain the swamp, man. You need to make sure that these corrupt individuals that are trying to destroy the country as we know it, we need to make sure that they're gone, because they have no place. I think good needs to conquer the evil at the moment in the US, and there's a lot of it going on. But you have the mainstream media right now twisting Trump's words. And you also have Liz Cheney. She responded to this this major lie from Trump, and she wasn't happy. She wasn't happy that Trump said the thing that he said. Liz Cheney goes, "This is how dictators destroy free nations. They threaten those who speak against them with death. We cannot entrust our country and our freedom to a petty, vindictive, cruel, unstable man who wants to be a tyrant." I think these people are actually, projecting, because a lot of the stuff they're saying about Trump, it's actual evidence that they're doing the thing they're talking about that Trump's apparently doing, but he's not doing any of it. So one of the things that I absolutely hate, I cannot stand this, is lies. Lying is the worst thing, right? It's misleading people, it's deceiving people, and I just cannot stand it. You can tell straight away that the mainstream media are desperate because they're lying through the skin of their teeth, and they're trying to paint Trump like they have done this entire time. They're trying to paint him out to be like Hitler. They're trying to paint him out to be like a Nazi. They're trying to paint him out to be like this vindictive dictator that's going to go after American people. He's going to use the military to go after American citizens. That is crazy talk. And you're looking at what the Democrat Party are actually doing at the moment. They're going after Trump. They're going after people that went to January 6th, the so-called riot. They're jailing them. The mainstream media at the moment, they are the worst offenders. They're literally the worst offenders. They've got this vendetta, not just Kamala Harris, but the whole left-leaning, because they know that if Trump gets in, he is going to change everything for good. That is, Katzer goes, Liz Cheney and her dad have no problem sending thousands of Americans to die in foreign wars that we have no business in, of course. They don't care and stay safe upon their ivory towers far, far away. That's what Trump was talking about. Why don't you just give Liz Cheney a rifle and see how she feels being fired upon by like all these other 9 people, that are firing upon her? Like, it wasn't a statement to say, let's do it. It was, why don't we consider what would happen if Liz Cheney were to, because she's the one that's sending all these people out to do her dirty work. Why don't you give her a rifle? How would she feel if she was fired upon? Be a completely different story, wouldn't it? So here's exactly what she said. Here's exactly what Trump said. Dick Cheney's daughter is a very dumb individual. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her. Let's see how she feels about it when the gun's trained on her face. It's a hypothetical. Let's see what would happen, right? If that were to be the case. But it won't be, and he's not asking for it to happen. But the mainstream media and even Liz Cheney apparently are going after and trying to, sue Donald Trump because of this, because it's an egregious crime, apparently. They're all war hawks. When they're sitting in Washington in a nice building saying, oh, gee, let's send 10,000 troops into the mouths of the enemies. She always wanted to go to war with people. That is a problem. And Moni goes, deceptive editing and out of context. It is a huge lie, and I'm getting sick of it. And someone posted this. Hey, Liz, remember when you posted this? What exactly made you change your mind and decide to throw your support behind a radical liberal? Kamala Harris is a radical liberal who would raise taxes, take away guns and health insurance, and explode the size and power of the federal government. She wants to recreate America in the image of what's happening on the streets of Portland and Seattle. We won't give her the chance. And this was on 2020, man. 2020. 4 years ago. She's changed her mind, going from a radical liberal to endorsing her and supporting her. And then the message was, I'm putting America first. Sure you are. What have they got on you, Liz Cheney? You can't possibly go, oh, I love Kamala Harris and I love everything that she's about, because you said she's not good for the country, but yet all of a sudden she is? Nah. So here's what Trump had to say about this whole ridiculous lie and hoax they're trying to put on Trump once again.
Kills people. She wanted to, even in my administration, she was pushing that we go to war with everybody. And I said, if you ever gave her a rifle and let her do the fighting, if you ever do that, she wouldn't be doing too well, I will tell you right now. But she's a global who wants to go kill people unnecessarily. And if she had to do it herself and she had to face the consequences of battle, she wouldn't be doing it. So it's easy for her to talk, but she wouldn't be doing it. She's actually a disgrace.
Yeah, Trump's right. It's easy to send people out to do your dirty work and your bidding when you're sitting in an ivory tower perfectly safe. You know, it reminds me of ancient times when weak kings would send out their armies and they wouldn't even be in the army themselves. But a strong leader would actually be on the forefront, be fighting with the men. But these days, we've got a lot of weak leaders, and you see a strong leader like Trump, and everyone's going, no, we can't have someone like him, because if we have someone like him, all of our so-called work and all the corruption is not going to exist anymore, and we can't have that. I say, hallelujah. I'm sick and tired of the corruption. I'm sick and tired of the lies. I want there to be a redemption. I really do. And I want Trump to just flip the switch on all of the crazy things that are going on. And I hope to God that it happens in a couple of days' time. I really, really do. But anyway, you guys take care. You be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.